Hey friends, Wayne over at the Ram Man Inc. Don't forget the ink. Hey, a client sent us this master cylinder in, and well, it's just yesterday, I think, and they wanted us to take a look at it, and so we're taking a look at it together. And so what we see right off the get-go, well, what I noticed right off the get-go, is that it's a super rare 70 only master cylinder. It's one of the most desirable that there is. 222. Now that always designates a Bendix number. 222. And it was the decade of the 60s. That's 222. That's what that means for Bendix. 222-9171. This is the Bendix right there. This is the fabled master cylinder used on the 70 E-bodies. It has a 1-inch bore, so you saw it on the TAs and the ARs. It's unusual because it has a flush front. It's nearly identical to the Hemi. The Hemi has an 1 and 1/8 bore, much larger than this one, hydraulics, but they look the same. It's got a plain cap on here. They came with the J1703 lid that designated disc brake fluid. But we do have one major problem. Now I can tell that this unit has been sleeved. And of course it's painted the wrong color. Somebody spent some time and energy painting this gray, and all Bendix products were painted, well, we call it semi-gloss black today. They called it 70-degree gloss on a 0 to 100 scale. The old time, that's how they measured the shininess of paint, 0 to 100. Kind of like how they measure diamonds. But anyway, so then I rotated over here to the front, and what I found right here is I've got all these grinding marks. I've got this Allen head screw stuck right here in the front of the chamber. So you're going to ask yourself, why would somebody stick a frickin' screw in the front of a 9171? Well, I'll tell you. Number one, he didn't know what he was doing. Number two, to reiterate, he was incompetent. So, he did this because the pistons were stuck in this master cylinder, and they couldn't get them out. So, shade trees, goofballs, and the like would drill a hole in the front of these master cylinders so that they could take a pin or a push rod and knock the pistons out of the bore. That's why you did that. And then you threaded it, and then you put something back in there. You know, if you cover it up, but there's no really way to really cover it up because it's cast iron and you got this, you can't weld it, you can't. So anyway, so yeah, that's what they did. Now, hydraulic cylinder rebuilders and folks that know what they're doing and have the equipment like us over here at the Ram Man Inc. You know, Uncle Joe's been doing these a long time. You have a hydraulic system and a hydraulic pump, just like anything except a smaller one. And of course, if you hook up right here and you pump hydraulic fluid in right here, it blows the pistons out. So that's how you do it correctly. So that's where we're at. So I'll be curious to bench test this tomorrow, see what we got going on, see how it works. And if we get to the disassembly point, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some shenanigans up in there too. So there you go, my friends. $1,000 171 master cylinder, probably the most desirable in the world and one of the most expensive. Got beat up in a fight, scarred forever. God bless you, God bless America, and happy Mopar.